Are you struggling to renew your Medicaid coverage in New Hampshire? I know, navigating the online process can feel completely overwhelming, right? But missing this crucial step could literally cost you your vital health coverage. Stick around, because in this explainer, we're diving deep into every single detail you need to effortlessly renew your coverage right from the comfort of your own couch.
Okay, let's jump right in with a really important question. Did you recently check your mail and find a pink or yellow notice from the Department of Health and Human Services? If you did, that's it. That's your official trigger. It is time for your redetermination. A pink notice? That's a mandatory alert telling you it's time to renew. But if it's a yellow notice, that means the state couldn't automatically renew your coverage using the data they already have, a process they call an ex parte renewal. Basically, they need more info from you, like right away.
Now, here is something absolutely crucial. Ignoring these notices or just missing the paperwork deadline can trigger what's known as a procedural termination. And guys, you do not want this. It means you could lose your health coverage completely, just because of some administrative delay or a missing form, even if you financially still qualify for the benefits. We're here to make sure that does not happen to you.
To make this whole thing super manageable, here's our roadmap for today's explainer. We'll quickly cover 1. Understanding Medicaid renewal stakes. 2. Preparing your required documents. 3. Navigating the NH Easy portal. 4. Completing your online application. 5. Troubleshooting and getting assistance. And finally, 6. Handling missed deadlines and reconsideration. Let's get to it.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, Understanding Medicaid Renewal Stakes.
So the rules of the game, they're changing. Right now, renewals happen every 12 months. But look out, because for Granted Advantage adults, renewals are shifting to every 6 months, starting in 2027. There are also some proposed mandates that could require 80 to 100 hours a month of work or community service just to keep your coverage. And honestly, even if you qualify for an exemption, say you're medically frail or an active substance use disorder treatment, you're still going to face strict new reporting rules. Staying on top of this stuff is literally more important now than ever.
And here you can see the strict 2026 monthly income limits you've got to meet to stay eligible. Now, Medicaid covers different groups under totally different rules. For instance, adults under 65 in the Granted Advantage expansion, your MAGI, or tax-based income limit for a single person, is $1,769 a month. Need nursing home long-term care? That limit bumps up to $2,982. And for regular Medicaid or old age assistance, we're looking at a limit of $1,008.
Moving right along to Section 2, Preparing Your Required Documents. Let's get our paperwork sorted.
Before we even touch a keyboard, you're going to need to gather some essential physical documents. We're talking Social Security numbers, proof of income like pay stubs, W-2s, award letters, and bank statements. But wait, here is a massive distinction you have to remember. Just showing a bank statement with deposited income? Not going to cut it. You actually need the original pay stubs or benefit award letters to prove exactly where that cash came from.
Now, if you're a single, long-term care, or elderly applicant, pay close attention to this number, $2,500. That is a very strict asset limit. For this group, New Hampshire Medicaid isn't just looking at what you earn, they're looking at everything you own. Because of this, they do a 60-month look-back period. That means they will scrutinize all your bank accounts, trusts, and assets going back 5 whole years. To give you a real-world idea of what this looks like, take a look at this. This is the actual pre-appointment verification checklist straight from the New Hampshire DHHS. Getting familiar with this is great, because this is the exact official paperwork that's going to pop up in your renewal packet.
And if you fall under that non-MAGI long-term care umbrella we just talked about, expect them to ask for some highly detailed asset verifications. They want to see the whole shebang: every checking and savings account, IRAs, annuities, life insurance cash values, even burial contracts. Digging up a 5-year-old bank statement can be a total headache and takes time, which is exactly why hunting these down well before your deadline is an absolute must.
All right, paperwork in hand. Let's jump to Section 3, Navigating the NH Easy portal.
The first steps online are super simple, but the rules are strict. You'll head over to nheasy.nh.gov and either log in or hit Create Account. But red alert, watch out for this really common pitfall. Thanks to state privacy guidelines, only the designated case head of the household can actually create a permanent digital profile. So if you're a legal guardian or an authorized rep, you usually can't set up that ongoing online account. You'll have to rely on good old mail-in or in-person options.
We are securely logged in, which brings us to Section 4, Completing your online application.
Okay,
we need to talk about a massive red flag right out of the gate. If you move and you only tell the post office or your health plan about your new address, DHHS won't magically know. You absolutely must update your address directly inside the NH Easy portal or give DHHS a call. If you don't, you might never even see a renewal packet, and your coverage could just quietly lapse without you knowing.
As you're filling out the application and uploading your docs, please avoid these common mistakes. First off, never ignore a DHS envelope just assuming it's junk mail. Second, don't just assume the ex-parte automatic renewal worked for you without actually checking. Sure, lots of Granted Advantage adults get auto-renewed using state wage data, but for non-Magi folks, like the elderly or folks in long-term care, you almost always have to manually submit a signature verifying your assets so the state can legally check your bank records. Seriously, do not let a missing signature be the reason you lose your coverage.
What happens if things go wrong? That's Section 5, Troubleshooting and Getting Assistance.
Go ahead and take a screenshot of this right now. You're going to want to save these exact contacts. For general help, give the Customer Service Center a ring at 1-844-ASK-DHS. Mailing physical documents, send them to the Central Scanning Unit at P.O. Box 181 in Concord. And if you ever find yourself needing to request a fair hearing to appeal a termination, that direct appeals unit line is 603-271-4292. Having this handy is a total game changer for getting issues resolved fast.
And hey, remember, you're not forced to battle this out alone on a computer. If the tech is just not working for you, or you just prefer talking to a real human being, there are 11 physical DHHS district offices scattered all across New Hampshire, from Berlin all the way down to the seacoast. You can literally just walk in, drop off your paper Form 800, and they even have free interpretive services if you need some help with translation.
Finally, we arrive at Section 6, Handling Missed Deadlines and Reconsideration.
The absolute most important number to keep in your head right now is 90. If you somehow miss your deadline and your coverage is closed for procedural reasons, meaning you just didn't return the paperwork in time, not because your income actually changed, well, federal law steps in and gives you a 90-day reconsideration window. Let's break down how this safety net actually works in real life. On day 1, you miss the deadline, and unfortunately, your coverage legally closes. Bummer, right? But between day 1 and day 90, you can still submit that late form. And if you do, the state is required to reconsider your eligibility without making you fill out a totally new application from scratch. It just goes to show that a procedural termination isn't necessarily game over, as long as you act fast within that 90-day window to keep your coverage rolling. But a quick warning, once you hit day 91, that magic window slams shut, and you're starting all over.
So, what's the big takeaway from all of this? Keeping your contact information totally up to date, ripping open your mail the second it arrives, and responding on time, that is the ultimate key to avoiding any scary interruptions in your essential health services. Renew on time, keep your coverage, and stay healthy.
Before we go, I do need to share this quick disclaimer. This explainer is for informational purposes only and is not a substitute for professional advice. For specific questions about your Medicaid coverage, please contact New Hampshire Medicaid directly or consult a qualified professional. But honestly, with awesome digital tools like NH Easy to streamline the application and that 90-day federal safety net backing you up, are you ready to take control and confidently master your Medicaid renewal today? You've got this.